I'm Bill O'Reilly in a personal story segment tonight. Today is a National Day of Prayer. It has been endorsed by President Obama, but there are legal challenges all over the place, and that, of course, is dumb. The Constitution clearly states the government cannot impose religion on citizens, but setting aside a day to encourage expression of voluntary spirituality is in no way an imposition.
I don't know if you're aware of this or not, Bill, but Christians don't just get together once a year to pray. Most of them do it once a week, on Sundays. They pray on a daily basis, I'm sure, but they go to church as a group and pray every Sunday. Why do they need a National Day of Prayer once a year to try and get everyone to pray together? Like, that's going to really do something. If we all just stopped and prayed together, this would be a better country. We wouldn't have economic problems. There would be no oil spills. We wouldn't have racial profiling in states like Arizona. If we could all just pray, that would take care of everything, like illegal immigration and pot being illegal and all kinds of stupid shit out there. Just pray a little harder. Durr.
All right, the governor joins us now. So why do you think America is a Christian nation?
I have said all along that America is based on Judeo-Christian beliefs, and nobody has to believe me, though. You can just go to our founding fathers' early documents and see how they crafted a Declaration of Independence and a Constitution that allows that Judeo-Christian belief to be the foundation of our laws.
Yeah, that's why in the Constitution it says, "No religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States," because they wanted it to be a Christian nation so much that they specifically made it so that there was no religious test. And in fact, they wrote their own documents trying to say, yeah, you can have your freedom of religion, but this is not a religious country, because they were so fucking Christian. They were so fucking Christian that they just went and wrote their own documents giving people the freedom to have whatever religion they want and not necessarily have to be Christian in order to hold office in this Christian nation, you fucking retard.
And our Constitution, of course, essentially acknowledging that our unalienable rights don't come from man, they come from God. So this document is set up to protect us from a government that would ever infringe upon our right to have freedom of religion and to be able to express our faith freely.
No, you fucking idiot. That was the Declaration of Independence, not the Constitution. But you fuckers never get that right. So what do I expect a fucking former governor and vice presidential candidate to know the difference between the Constitution and the fucking Declaration of Independence? That would be just too much to fucking ask, wouldn't it, you retard?
Okay.
So it's ironic that here on the National Day of Prayer, there's so much controversy about whether or not we're a nation that's built on Judeo-Christian beliefs and whether or not we can even talk about God in the public square.
Well, all I have to do is walk into the Supreme
hearing.
Court chamber and you'll see the Ten Commandments. And so we know that you're absolutely correct. The Founding Fathers did base not only the Declaration of Independence, but the constitutional protections on what they thought was right and wrong. And what they thought was right and wrong came from the Ten Commandments, which is Judeo-Christian philosophy. That is beyond a reasonable doubt.
Then riddle me this, fucktard. Tell me, why is it not illegal to make graven images of God? Tell me, why is it not illegal to covet your neighbor's shit? Why is it not illegal to cheat on your wife or to covet your neighbor's wife? Why is it not illegal not to hold the Christian Judeo God to be your one and only God with no gods before him? If they were based on the Ten Commandments. Now, what were the commandments that are law? Are things like, stealing is bad, murdering is bad, stuff like that. That's just fucking common sense. Nobody needs your goddamn Ten Commandments to realize that. And the fact that you guys need 10 Commandments to tell you what to do and what not to do is fucking scary. What if that commandment wasn't there? Then you'd be a, stealing, thieving, murdering son of a bitch? It's fucking scary. It's just like all these people that are saying, if you legalize pot, more people will do it. You're telling me when you say that if they legalize heroin tomorrow, you don't have the willpower to not go out and become a junkie because it's legal. Alcohol is legal. That means you got to be an alcoholic.
But here's what's happened. America has, as they say in California, evolved.
Is that what they say in California, Bill? What the fuck? As they say in California, America has evolved. This ain't the fucking 50s. This ain't the Ronald Reagan era. This is a new fucking time in a new fucking country. We must evolve, as they say in California.
And now we're a much more secular nation than we were back in 1776.
One possible explanation for that would be that, oh, Darwin didn't come up with the origin of species until well after 1776. You fucking tard. They didn't know any better back then. But let's just ignore that. Let's ignore that science and technology and everything has turned us into a more secular nation. And we'll just be like, you know, we have slowly evolved and we don't know why.
So the opponents of spirituality in the public marketplace say, hey, this is a violation. We can't be pushing any kind of spirituality. And you answer?
Well, that new kind of worldview that I think is kind of those steps towards this fundamental transformation of America that some want to see today. I think, again, that it is an attempt to revisit and rewrite history.
Oh, sweet fucking irony. Sweet fucking irony. Are you fucking kidding me? Talk about some fucking projection.
I think we should just kind of keep this clean, keep it simple, go back to what our founders and our founding documents meant. They're quite clear that we would create law based on the God of the Bible and the Ten Commandments. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, it is pretty simple. That is not what they fucking said or meant or wanted at fucking all, you dim-witted twit. You fucktarded loser. You moron. I bet your kid Trig has got more smarts than you at this fucking point. I'm not even kidding. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being fucking honest. You are fucking stupid. A moron, a retard, a degenerate of the brain. I don't know what the fuck else to say. You literally project your own retarded bullshit and your lack of knowledge of history onto everyone else and then sit there and say, you know, we just need to keep it clean. And because it's all about the Ten Commandments, which I already explained, it's not about the Ten Commandments. It's about a couple of the commandments. The rest of them are bullshit. So it's not 10. Say that the 2 or 3 commandments that are actually happen to be law. The rest of them are not. So explain that, motherfucker. Never have been. Never have been law. Never will be law.
You know,
well, what do you say, though? Well, what do
you
say to the people in Chinatown, in San Francisco, and here in New York and other big cities, the Asian Americans who come from a different religious culture? Do they not participate in the Judeo-Christian tradition? I mean, they don't believe it. They believe something else.
We get to say to them, yay, welcome to America, where we are tolerant and you have a freedom to express whatever faith. You can participate peacefully in whatever religion that you choose. That's what America is all about. And we would ask, so that there be respect by our courts. Look at Judge Crabb and this ridiculous ruling that, or her opinion that's come down saying that National Day of Prayer is unconstitutional. We would ask that there would be respect for what the Judeo-Christian beliefs are, too.
Sure, nobody is disrespecting your beliefs. They're simply saying, go do it on your own fucking time. It's not a government-run deal. Leave it the fuck be.
What do you think drives Judge Crabb, who I agree with you is desperately wrong? Again, there is no imposition of religion on a voluntary National Day of Prayer. It's just encouraging people to be spiritual. You can pray to a tree.
And you can suck my dick.
You can be a deist. I mean, you know, founding fathers, some of them were.
Yeah.
So there's no imposition. So what drives a Judge Crabb to say, hey, this should be illegal? What do you think drives that?
It's probably a combination of separation of church and state and watching tards like you try and rewrite history.
But look at our national motto, in God we trust. How inconsistent then to be told that we on a National Day of Prayer, which as you point out isn't any kind of mandate or any kind of force for anybody to believe any certain thing, but how inconsistent to say that though in the public square we cannot talk about or talk to that God that is in our national motto.
Just a little bit of history for you here. In God We Trust was added to the 2-cent coin in 1864. It lasted until about 1882, and then it was gone until about 1938. It then came back, and it's been there ever since. It's not a motto that, you know, the founding fathers put together.
Yeah, we can only trust in the God inside our own homes, but once we get out, can't.
And yet more misinformation. You see, you can trust in God inside your home, outside your home, everywhere. Why do you want the government to fucking tell you when to pray? These people that are like, oh, government's getting too fucking big and da-da-da-da-da. Why do you want the government to be like, oh, time to pray today? And another thing, why is it so important for everyone to know how religious you are and how much when you're praying and who you pray to and all this other bullshit?
All right, Governor, always good to see you.
Bill, Okay, hey, we also need to remember, though, Margaret Thatcher and other foreign leaders and foreign observers thinking America is such a great and exceptional nation because we do base our laws, our values on the God of the Bible, the Old and the New Testament.
Right.
So if they can observe it, we should.
So I'm guessing that in your mind, eating shellfish, the crabbing that happens in Alaska, you know, that's totally fucking, that's a sin. It should be illegal, based on the fucking New Testament. Homosexuality should be illegal. Wearing clothes of two different threads should be illegal, right? All these fucking things. Slavery should be legal. You see these different things that are going on in the Bible that are not reflected in U.S. law, you dumb fucking bitch. Fuck you, Sarah Palin, and fuck you, Bill O'Reilly, for having her on and then agreeing with her and you know, reinstilling this kind of shit to her and the millions of retards that watch this fucking show. Coctopus out.
You can pray to a tree, and that, of course, is dumb.
Yay, welcome to America.